It is now time for our main event of the evening. 6 rounds of boxing in the super middleweight division featuring 2 Boston boxing promotions fan favorites. Introducing first, boxing out of the blue corner to my left. He's wearing purple trunks, and he comes to us from Swansea, Massachusetts. 4 wins, 1 defeat, 3 big wins by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Langlais. And his opponent, standing directly across the ring, fighting out of the ring to my right. Wearing solid black trunks. His record 6 wins, 0 defeats, 1 draw, 5 big wins by way of KO. He comes to us from Langlais, Massachusetts.
I mean, you got Joe Ricciardi in one corner.
Both trainers have won tonight.
Both trainers have won
tonight.
This is exciting.
One trainer most likely is going to lose tonight. So, again, a lot on the line. You have a young trainer in Aaron Bernardo. You have a veteran like Joe Ricciardi, both great trainers. Perkins is in just such fantastic shape.
I was going to say, first thing that struck me is how good a shape he's in for this fight.
I mean, he just is such a strong man.
I mean, he's built, I was going to say, just like Kenny Larson, right? I mean, that gym is
strong guys, as we mentioned before.
And I'll tell you one thing I'm picking up on Perkins right off the bat for a guy that's...
Wow. Jesus, the hand speed.
Hand speed going upstairs. Covering up.
I was just going to say, guys, one thing that strikes me, right here, for a guy that's built as strong as Perkins, is just how fast he is.
Those hands are so fast. I was absolutely stunned by the speed of that combination. So was Clever Langlais.
That caught me by surprise as well.
Going to the body.
Guys, I think
beautiful.
we're in for a fun fight.
I was going to say, Langlais is a tough dude, though.
Nice jab from Langlais.
MMA was his original sport, but he switched over to boxing, and he's had some success.
And we know he can take a shot. He's had a nice run in boxing. He's coming off a couple wins, stepping up in this James Perkins fight, no doubt. But
these shots from Perkins are
looks as sharp as you can be right now.
Yeah, he's got the Mike Tyson look going on here, the all black.
And he's putting combinations together, Sean, which is really nice to see.
He's really finding home for that check hook, too. He's not loading up. He's just throwing it nice and fast.
And again, we mentioned earlier, Broadway boxing with Joe Ricciardi. The sparring at that gym is fantastic, from Vendetti to Perkins to Gambardella. That's a gym where you're going to get real good work.
And it's funny, one thing I'm picking up on Perkins right away is he throws the uppercut just like Vendetti.
Oh, really?
Ooh, he's definitely trying to punch through these looping shots.
But I do like how Langlais is trying to stay right in his face and walk him down.
He's not backing
and
up.
try to put Perkins on his heels, which this is a Perkins round so far, but that's a good idea by Langlais to try to put this guy.
Oh, big shot.
1-2, big shots.
Walks right back in, though. Great chin from Langlais.
I mean,
so far,
when Tinker stopped him, he stopped him on his feet. He didn't go down.
Okay.
I want to keep that in mind. That was his one loss.
And he's coming off a knockout win.
And they were not happy with that. They felt that fight got stopped too quickly. But you know, he was up on his feet the whole time.
Yeah. And as a day job, Langlais is a corrections officer, which tends to breed hard men. Really, all things
you would
considered.
think so. Yeah.
Yes, I've seen enough Shawshank Redemption to know how hard a warden can be, Sean.
And this has been a Perkins round, but I'll tell you, I like how relaxed Langlais is right in the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, Perkins has landed a couple hooks that would retire most men at this point.
Yeah, you can see why Perkins was able to get a couple of these guys out, and they were gone in 60 seconds. But Stephen Langlais right now is hanging in,
and landing an occasional counter too. We got to give him credit for that.
No doubt about it. For a guy, like I said, that made the switch over to MMA, you got to be impressed with the adjustments. I think he's got good stand-up. He's got a great chin.
That was a fun round, guys.
That was a fun
round. Nice
I
way to
like
kick
how
off the main
quick
event.
Perkins triggers that jab. He gets it off real fast. That was a very fun round.
Yeah.
And I think as they slow each other down, this fight's only going to get more and more exciting.
Even Perkins' combinations were slightly slower towards the end of the round, but that first 20 seconds, I mean, you were looking at unholy speed there, and powerful speed. A lot of times the fast guys, there's not a lot of pop because they're concentrating on the speed. He had both.
And everything crisp as well, Chris. Everything was crisp and in combination.
Yeah. Solid round for Perkins.
We see, similar to Tony Andriazzi, Langlais not sitting on the stool. And I wonder if that's how they train in the punishment striking systems, Jim. You just stand in between rounds.
Well,
hey,
Aaron Bernard is a very
each his own.
animated trainer. He actually throws combinations in the corner, which is nice to see. It's nice to see a trainer who's up in the mix.
He's investing. He's invested in this fight, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of pride for him too. I mean, this would be a big deal if he was to beat a fighter from this Joe
it would be a massive win. Perkins, I believe, is the favorite, but not by much due to the fact that we're not sure exactly where he's coming from.
Right, exactly. This is we're learning a lot about both of these guys right now, for sure. Nice uppercut there from Langlais.
Answering back, both gentlemen. Top.
Perkins has turned southpaw, but it almost just seems like he does it to buy himself a little bit of time. All the effective offense has been there out of the conventional.
You know, I like how Langlais still pops that little jab out, though. It's
love
not a very
Langlais'
powerful
left
jab.
hand.
Yeah.
Jab in.
Nice
hook,
body
he just gets
shot
off
there
so
from
fast.
Perkins.
See, there's just not a lot of power on Langlais' combination. That was a really smart combination, going down with that lead hook to the body and then going up top. But you got to throw that hard to the body.
But yeah, he doesn't have near the explosiveness of Perkins. But one thing I think Langlais is doing smart is he's trying to get Perkins on his heels, and he's starting to touch him a little more.
Occasionally with Langlais' stance, you see a little bit of that MMA creeping in there, which does worry me.
Yes.
Expand on that a bit, Chris. What do you kind of see here that could work against Langlais?
You know, well, there's traditionally, and Sean, you can obviously add to this. There's a bit of a different stance. It's almost
nice
with a feeder position
Perkins.
where you're preparing for kicks. You're worried about kicks. In boxing, it's not so much. You only have to worry about upstairs. He falls back to squaring a bit.
And Gray, it's not easy to see, but their ranges are different too.
And meanwhile, James Perkins unleashes probably the two loudest body shots we've heard all night.
Tremendous
Sounded like
body
shotgun.
shots.
They sounded like shotgun blasts.
And did you see him take the angle off those body shots? That's something that a more experienced fighter does. And you just know
Very
Perkins
good point, Chris.
Perkins is really getting great work at his gym. This, in many ways, a win over Stephen Clubber Langlais, who is on a streak, would kind of put Perkins on the map, I think, in the local scene. You know, hence why it's the main event.
Yeah, like Langlais is coming off a great win over Scott Lampert, who we previously mentioned to beat Rico. And that was
a knockout win.
A knockout win on the other, and that was not on the Boston Boxing Promotions card. It was on the Rival Promoters card. And
rival yet friend.
Rival yet friend. Yeah, we use rival in the.
Guys, Perkins is still absolutely in control, but Langlais' confidence is growing.
Oh, nice shot there.
As
from
big,
Perkins.
as hard as those shots are, Sean, you're starting to get the feeling that Langlais isn't concerned about them.
No.
You know.
He's certainly getting hit clean. That's the first time we've seen him buckle.
That was the first time he got shook.
And he smiles a bit, and I think I can tell
His
you.
legs still don't look 100%.
Yeah, this is the most we've seen him hurt.
Yeah, well, I clearly had some Chris Mannix timing on that one. You know. Little on the inside.
We're gonna get you in the tanning booth and the hair gel coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. Chris J. Mannix.
I smile more than him, though. That's the difference.
We end to round number 2 here. It's a 6-round fight. Probably the best flurry of the fight there for James Perkins.
Langlais looked rocked there for sure.
Perkins had him hurt at the end of that round.
Yeah.
So what do you think they're telling Perkins, Sean, in the corner here as we go to round 3? He's in control. It looks
I'm sure Joe is giving him great advice. If I was telling him, I'd say he's got a very fast left hand. I'd have him feint a little more to set that jab up, stay to the body, but also pull the trigger on that hook, but have it more set up.
Feinting the jab. That's a great idea, Sean. Great idea. Yeah. Not a lot of feints. He comes in and lets it go.
Especially if he feints a little to the body and stuff and gets him to look for it, that'll open that, because he triggers the hook real fast.
Yeah, and Langlais is soft in the body. I think we could admit that. So I think keep going downstairs.
All right, round 3. I think Langlais probably was very happy to get that 1-minute rest there.
One thing I've noticed all night, guys, though, is they often jab for jab. They'll time each other at the same time with their jabs. Good job by Langlais, though, closing
Great
the gap
back and forth
close.
action there, man.
It's a bruising fight, guys. I think bruising is the way I described this one.
These guys will know they were in a fight.
Oh, Absolutely, and I think it's clear that the loudest shots of tonight have come from James Perkins. Yeah. So at least volume-wise, and that is some power.
As always, guys, with Boston Boxing, we've had some entertaining fights tonight, but so far, this is the rightful main event.
Yeah, and it seems pretty high level. Both guys are in the fight. Both guys are countering each other. I mean, that's a beautiful three-punch combination from Langlais.
Wow, nice left hook there from Perkins.
One thing we have to keep in mind, guys, this is Perkins' crowd. This is closer to his home base than Langlais, and when Perkins lands those big shots, you do have a bit of that influence of the audience that Langlais isn't having the benefit of when he lands.
Perkins likes to go southpaw, and it's not that he does anything wrong out of it. I just like how much faster he is getting off in the conventional stance, especially with that incredibly fast left hand, the jab and the check hook.
I've referenced it before, but I just want to go to Broadway Boxing and watch guys like Vendetti and Perkins and Gambardella spar rounds. That just sounds like a fun time to watch that level of sparring.
Could you imagine the quality sparring down there?
Yeah.
Should have to pay to see it.
I'll say though, Langlais landed one upstairs.
But Langlais just had an incredible combination.
This has been Langlais' best round. I still don't think he's winning it, but I think
I'm leaning towards him in this round.
Are you? Yeah.
He's really landing a lot of shots. It's just, again, that crowd has such an impact, right there. Another quick touch.
Another quick touch, yeah, absolutely.
Boom,
I see Perkins, maybe
look at that shot. I mean, that was his combination.
Yes, it was.
They're backing him up a little bit.
Yeah, and the body language is changing ever so slightly in this fight.
But Langlais has to let that two go.
I would just love to see Perkins hit that body.
Nice.
Hey.
For the life of me, I don't know why he's not attacking that body more.
I'll say this, Chris. Keep in mind, we got Steve Weisfeld judging, who gave the guy who was coming forward in the Chris Jacobs-Ryan Clark fight that score.
And that's an incredible point. He clearly favors guys that come forward.
And let's be honest, who's coming forward right now? Even if it may not be a most effective aggression, you've seen this round.
That was a nice little uppercut.
This is Langlais coming forward here.
Langlais beat him. They're both dropping the jab at the same time. You're right, though. That's happening a lot.
This has been absolutely the most competitive round.
Oh, that's a big shot from Langlais.
That's the best shot we've seen.
And another nice shot from Langlais. And that's where you're not getting the pop of the crowd. But those are big shots.
This room has definitely gotten quieter. And a competitive round.
You know what?
I give that round to Stephen Langlais.
I would say that's a Langlais round as well.
Absolutely. I think it would be criminal to not give him that round.
And the confidence he's showing is... There was a little bit of a shift there in the confidence, body, everything.
I think some of the power may be coming off the Perkins shots.
And so now
spot on, Chris.
James Perkins goes into a place he hasn't been in over a year. That's the fourth round.
Yeah.
Like I said, you pointed this out earlier. James Perkins was in Mexico. Last time he had to go 4, it was a very close split decision against the hometown fighter. In his pro debut, he fought to a draw.
That was a great fight, by the way. I was happened to be at his first fight with Aaron Smith. Great fight.
Was it a Murphy's Boxing card?
I think he was at the Encore, one of the 2 shows that Encore did. But did you ever see a draw, and it's an honest draw? You're like, that was the right decision. But let's look at the time of his last 3 fights, Greg. James Perkins, a minute 30.
A minute 31 seconds and 35 seconds.
He has not even gone a full round of boxing in his past 3 fights.
Absolutely.
And that doesn't get you the rounds that you need. But we go back to the gym, and the experience he gets there is priceless, and that's where he gets his rounds.
The gym is your dress rehearsal, and it's supposed to get you ready for opening night. But I'll tell you right now, Langlais,
2 right hands in a row.
Langlais coming right at him here.
Walks into a great jab.
I said it earlier in Tony's fight, Andriazzi's fight, with the punishment striking systems gym. These guys in that gym always come to fight, and they're going to give every ounce of effort as possible. They will do what it takes to win.
There were people at the weigh-in that don't understand boxing that looked at the physiques and commented. There were people that just, spectators at the weigh-in that, oh, man, that James Perkins guy is going to kill him. It's like, this is boxing. It doesn't work like that. This is a very fair fight.
Beautiful uppercut and a jab by Langlais there, by Perkins there.
That was a hell of an uppercut. Sneaky little shot, too.
And I love the jab that he put at the end of it.
Yeah, you're right. James Perkins would win the pose off.
Yeah.
But Stephen Langlais does this all the time.
Movement. Oh, another beautiful body shot.
I was going to say, this is a good... this is a better comeback round from Perkins. They probably gave him the riot act in the corner and said, you got to step it up. You're getting outworked.
Another big hook.
These are those eye-catching shots we see from him
Langlais
since
was winning
round
this
two.
round, but it just went upside down on him after that.
Absolutely
He definitely
right.
got
That
caught.
just turned the tide, and there's some swelling,
And swelling,
on the right
great
eye.
catch there, Sean. Swelling on the left eye.
That's pretty intense.
If
Actually,
I'm James Perkins, I target that eye.
Langlais should try to jump on him right now, though. Perkins
Is
just
taking a break.
took control of the round, but he needs to break.
Every other shot should be going to that eye right now. And yep, he throws there it is. Throws a hook right to the eye.
yeah, if he can open that eye up.
That's going to cause problems. They're going to definitely, here we go, jab to the eye.
Steven's waiting a little bit now. He had a couple moments there where he could have worked.
Nice counter hook.
Man, this is a fun
From
fight,
Perkins.
guys. This is a great main event.
Definitely a good comeback round here for James Perkins.
But Langlais is still there.
Oh,
every inch of the
absolutely.
way.
This is Steve Langlais has buckled only a couple times here.
Oh.
Another lead left.
Langlais saw a counter there that he just missed by an inch.
Nice jab there. Better round here.
They're timing their jabs virtually identical at the same time.
It's amazing how
But
they're.
Perkins is winning those little bursts of power and speed.
And Perkins has the stronger jab as well when they are exchanging.
I'll be honest. When I
Now that was a smart punch by
Langlais
Perkins.
smiling at him
Yeah.
after that body shot.
I think a lot of people counted Clubber out in this fight.
Yeah.
And
That's not fair to him.
No.
He's on a 3-fight win streak.
This
you can't
is,
do that.
No, you cannot.
Yeah.
And he's fighting like a man who wants to win.
Yeah.
And he's through the fourth round.
Guys, I do believe that Langlais needs the last two.
Yes.
If he wants to even this out and turn this fight into a draw, I think he needs those last two
So
rounds.
here's where things are going to get interesting.
How you seeing things, Sean?
I have it all but one round to
Likewise.
I agree.
So we have the same. We have identical cards.
So here's where it gets interesting. James Perkins, never been past 4 rounds.
Huge.
Steven Langlais, never been past
Huge
4
point.
rounds.
And in the 2 fights he's gone 4 rounds, he has a draw and he has a is it a draw and a majority or a draw and split? Regardless, close fights.
Good call. He has a split decision win and a majority draw.
Yeah, doesn't get closer than that, right?
Yep.
So Perkins is going to have to show us something here, and this is what we talked about earlier.
They're working hard on that eye, by the way, in the corner. It's not looking phenomenal, but
it's still open though.
It's still open. I see more damage on the bottom, so let's see. I mean, as long as he can keep that eye open, and he'll be able to see out of both eyes.
Yeah.
Langlais coming out with a little more urgency here, though. He has to know he's got to do something.
Yeah. He's 2 nice shots there.
I've never really seen Perkins jab before, so this has been kind of interesting to watch.
I think Perkins is putting on a great performance so far, and he's doing it against the best I've ever seen Steven Langlais. So he's not in there with a Langlais that got stopped by Matthew Tinker. You know, he's in there with a much more experienced fighter.
Here's how you never know about boxing, guys. Steven Langlais was dropped by a guy named Enzo Guimarães, who came from grappling, and Guimarães dropped him. Perkins has not knocked him down in this fight. You never know.
In all fairness to the clubber, that man was very big. He was not. Langlais was not in the right weight class. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he was
a gigante.
That was a little.
WCW.
I mean, that was a little Great Khali like size.
Yes.
Chris,
it was Khali-esque.
One thing I like, guys, about Langlais is
look at that shot.
He doesn't
right there.
waste any energy, including that I like about him, that nice combination. But he doesn't waste any energy, but he's always right in front of you with very little energy wasted.
Yeah. And he's very calm in there, very calm under fire.
His
You know
punches
what's
just don't
interesting?
have the snap.
He's punching. He's trying to punch with Perkins.
Yeah. Right, he's trying to time him. He's just not as fast or snappy.
Yeah, he's
Not
as fast or as strong. So the punches don't look as effective, you know. But right there, he hit him with the jab, step back, made Perkins miss his jab. I mean,
Absolutely.
that's good boxing.
He can slip through these. If he was still a little faster, he'd have more success. But there's ways to slip
Nice
through
hand
this
speed,
attack.
The hand speed will ultimately be the difference in this fight.
Perkins just looks very sharp tonight. His hand speed, his accuracy. Only thing I would say, I'd just like to see Perkins go to the body a little more.
Yeah. But this is nice to see from Perkins. This is the first time we really got to see him box and move.
Yeah. It's nice to see him finally in a fight where we can actually get some rounds out of him.
Where
you know?
He's
been a bit of a mystery.
Yeah,
you know?
he's been in there with overmatched guys, and tonight this is a real game guy.
And guys, these are the type of fights you grow in.
Yes.
and he'll be as good as he's looked tonight. He'll be better in his next fight out because of this fight.
But meanwhile, Langlais just landed 3 consecutive hard shots.
Oh, down goes Langlais.
He's okay.
He got caught though.
He got caught.
He's I think
How much time left in the round?
I think we're past the halfway point for sure. If you're Perkins, you might as well try and jump on him.
Here? Does he come in tentatively, or does he try and get him out?
I think you jump on him. You know what?
I don't think Langlais is really hurt. I think it looked good,
I think he's hurt.
You do? Uh-oh.
He's got
the round's almost
warning bell.
over.
Might as well just try and go for it.
Langlais is smiling.
Just pound on him before the bell. That's the strategy. He's covering up. And there's the end of the 5th round. Ooh. And Clubber definitely felt that.
His legs are all there now, though, Chris.
Yeah.
He was rocked, but he's back.
Yeah, they're still a little wobbly.
Wow.
Wow. Great.
What a punch by
Huge
James
turn of
Perkins.
events for Perkins. The fight is in the bag now.
Yes.
He literally just has to get through the last
I was going to
round.
say, if there was any questions on the scorecards, anyway.
Langlais needs a knockout, and I don't think he's going to have the power to get it.
No.
I think he's going to come out and fight his ass off.
Yes, he is.
I'm pretty sure Joe is very happy with what's going on in this fight because, again, this is a fight that Perkins is going to grow in.
Yeah, I have a feeling Aaron Bernardo right now is telling Langlais, just go for it.
Yeah.
Give you every ounce of energy you have in this last round. Yes.
The only problem is he hasn't shown me any indication that he can hurt.
They don't.
Perkins.
Yeah.
The lack of power is the
evidence,
problem.
Yeah. Punishment striking systems do not.
It's hard to go for broke.
He doesn't get off near his speed as well.
Yeah.
6th and final round here, ladies and gentlemen. Touch of the gloves.
I think it becomes, does Perkins hurt him again and get a late stoppage, or does Langlais continue to give him the hell that he's been giving him the whole fight?
If I was a betting man, I think it's going to be a decision win, but if it depends.
Yeah.
If Perkins just works off the jab and looks to thread the needle and time him, he could stop him, but I sense we're going to get it to...
In many ways, as good as it's been a performance for Perkins, I think Langlais has exceeded expectations tonight, and it's been a great performance for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hooks coming from Perkins. Punches and
Perkins
bunches.
with the big shots.
You see
But
Perkins'
both men
teammate
smiling
next
at
to
each
us
other.
waving him in, but I agree. Perkins should have stepped forward there. I think he had him in a little bit of trouble.
Perkins once again going back to jabbing and
Langlais
moving.
still pressing.
Perkins' composure really impressed me tonight, though, against a steady game guy right in his face.
Honestly, I'm impressed by both fighters here tonight.
Yeah. Again, like we said, worthy main event.
Yeah, both guys look better than I think in some ways everyone thought, if that's possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, another couple hooks up top.
Speed.
I don't think. Yep, here we go again. More hooks there, targeting the body this time.
The hand
Yeah.
speed of
Langlais
Perkins
comes
is
forward.
very deceiving.
Yeah.
I did not think he was that fast.
No, he hasn't displayed that.
No, we've never gotten to see this side of James Perkins in the ring.
He's a fun fighter, man.
And,
There's no doubt. But so Stephen Clubber Langlais. This is a great main event. Once again, Boston Boxing with amazing matchmaking here tonight.
This is a good competitive performance. The fans have gotten their money's worth tonight.
Yeah.
Any super middleweights, 6-7 pro fights, looking to test him. Stephen Langlais
is your guy.
I
And he's going to win some of those fights, too.
I'm going to notice something. I feel like Langlais is dragging his right foot a bit. You kind of notice I don't know if there's something wrong with it, but I don't see the movement there, obviously, from the earlier rounds. And I think perhaps when he got knocked down. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't.
But Langlais still coming forward. You just got to love it. I mean, he's still
And he's
absolutely
always right there.
Did you see that lead hook that he just threw? It was beautiful, right on the button.
I like the way Langlais closes the gap with little to no energy. It's very slick how he does it. He's very subtle.
This fight will be a tremendous learning experience for Perkins. I'm glad to see him take a tough fight
That
early in his
was
career.
well done.
Oh,
nice shot
Brock
there.
Langlais again.
Backs him up.
And Langlais comes forward smiling.
Yeah, I think Perkins bounce. I mean, this is the difference. You got one guy right now flat-footed. You can see Perkins bouncing and moving on his toes, and he's able to pick his shots and move. And like I said, we've never gotten to see this from Perkins ever.
And I'm impressed that he's not going wild to get some crazy finish. He's preferring to just touch him up and box. James Perkins has showed a lot of things here tonight.
Yep, a lot more to his game
Nice
than
jab
I
by
realized.
Perkins.
Both men trading as the bell goes.
Great main event.
Wow.
Excellent fight.
Tremendous fight.
Hey,
Tremendous
credit to
fight.
Langlais for finishing the fight after that very hard knockdown.
what an amazing learning experience for Perkins, and a great stand by Langlais for some people that did count him out.
Listen, I saw some, even though this was Perkins' night, I saw some good things from Stephen Langlais.
Absolutely.
And it makes me want to see that Rico rematch very badly.
Yeah.
I think both guys.
I would love to see them play. I didn't get to see them. I would love to see that.
Both those guys have definitely improved since
Yeah,
that
they're
first
both better
meeting.
fighters, yeah.
And let's hope we get to see that maybe sometime this summer. That'd be great.
That would be tremendous. And
Yeah, I think that should be their next fights. I would love to see Langlais and Rico fight again.
I think Langlais looked as good as he's ever looked, and Perkins looked as good as he ever looked. And that's a tough thing to say when a guy loses.
I think Perkins has graduated to that 6th-round level now. I think it's time for him.
I'm very impressed.
And Langlais is a better boxer than he's been given credit for.
I agree. I agree with you. Moved around the ring very well tonight. Yeah, Perkins, man, I'm so impressed with what he showed us tonight. He's never really got a chance to show us anything.
That hand speed.
Yeah, the hand speed,
impressive.
the jab, the foot movement. I liked it all.
He started out just on fire.
High level focus fighting from him.
Yeah.
We'll see him again.
That's
I'd
another
imagine.
thing too. His focus was excellent.
Yeah, Perkins definitely made a statement tonight.
That was the performance of his career so far. I think
absolutely.
it's going to open up a lot of doors.
That type of pressure Langlais put, that can make you uncomfortable, but he never panicked.
He handled it very well.
Poised, yeah.
Let's go to Pete Zimbor for the scorecards.
After 6 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Steve Weisfeld, Eddie Spencer, and Martha Tremblay are all in agreement. Your winner, the unanimous decision via scores of 60 to 53 across the board, and still undefeated, Jim